Hi guys, this is the report of our activities since our August board meeting in preparation for our September board meeting 2013. So there's been lots of activity, but in very discrete chunks this past month, and so this report is not going to be as long and involved as they frequently are. Pretty simple stuff. The first one, obviously, our office. You could tell that the light switch behind me and the paper on the floor, the tarps on the floor behind me, and thought we would give you a little tour. So here you go. Here we are, walking in the front door. You see there's lots of white here. Our front workroom's not going to be very, very different. There's Dimitri taping, getting ready to paint. Turn around, wave, and say hi, honey.
Hello, everyone.
There we are. So that is still being taped and getting ready. This is what will be the convening space. Right now, it's pretty empty. Sort of junking everything in there, but we have, this was what used to be our office. And we have gotten rid of old desks that were 20 years old when we got them 20 years ago. And so all of the stuff that you see in here right now, the French doors that are over in the corner, those will be hung. Those actually go right there in the doorway. So yeah, all of this stuff that's in here right now is just been pulled out of other rooms. All of this will be empty, and the conference tables and everything will be in here, so that this will be the convening space. Walking you back through this way, we still haven't touched the kitchen, so I'm probably not going to, well, right now it's filled with just about everything, including mostly the paint supplies, as you can see, but that will soon change as well. This has already been changed, which is really fabulous. This is now the studio for doing our podcasts. Those of you who've been in our office know that this used to be our workroom, used to be when we did book sales long ago in our consulting days, this was our fulfillment area, and so we've managed to get some good insulating, soundproofing foam on the wall. There's going to be more of that. We're still testing out, did a podcast today, and seeing how the sound sounds. But so we're really excited that this room is actually pretty much done. Obviously, some stuff still needs to. This right here, where support staff will be, in our old days, we used to call this the intern area. There's some more of that foam to go into the studio. But this still is yet to be painted. Junk will move out of here, move into other places. And then turning around here, this was our conference room, and right now is where Dimitri and I are working. This will be Dimitri and my office. It will be set up with desks that make sense. Right now the two of us are just sharing the old conference table and trying not to kill each other by doing that. Everything you can see is pretty much junked up here, and we're trying to get work done as we're doing that. And so this is the office right now. Obviously, when we do this, hopefully a month from now, we're going to be showing you a very, very different scenario where this convening space, yes, probably with the fish still hanging there, but this convening space will actually be usable. One more thing that may be of interest to you guys is where all the rest of our stuff is. Our landlord has been really kind and gracious and has lent us the space across the hall, and so what you see in here, including the moving dolly, is the file cabinet with all our files. Yeah, we're coming across the hall every couple of minutes to go get files, but all the rest of our stuff, the furniture, the shelves, including the bottled water. So yeah, it's been really, really nice of them to have helped out in that way, and we will probably have everything vacated out of here in the next couple of weeks so that we can start rebuilding the office. In addition to working in the office, one of the things that we had to focus on was our trip to Pennsylvania. So much of the work in the office had to be done before we left, and now we're picking up again because it all has to be done by the time of our immersion class in the first week of October, because this is going to be the first immersion course that is in our convening space here in Creating the Future. So that's pretty exciting. We did, in fact, go to Pennsylvania and spent some really remarkable time. I'm going to be blogging about that. You'll see some of it in the written report. But we were there at the invitation of the Westmoreland County Community Foundation in southwestern Pennsylvania.
and met with them and with the folks at the Pennsylvania Association of Nonprofits, folks from a foundation that does almost entirely capacity building, the Forbes Fund, folks from the local United Way, and the entire purpose for our being there was to bring all of us together to see if there's a demonstration project around changing capacity building from capacity building of organizations to capacity building the capacity for strong communities rather than building the capacity for strong organizations. We had 2 days of really, really good meetings, creating context for the kinds of conditions that would need to be in place for such an initiative to work. The conversation will be ongoing, but everybody left really excited that there's something we could do. That we're not entirely sure what the actions will be yet, but it's not going to be one of those things that sort of goes by the wayside. There's stuff that can be done right now to reconfigure capacity building in this particular region as a demonstration, a proof of concept of is it possible and what does it look like if it's possible, so that we might be able to replicate that elsewhere. So that was pretty exciting. It was a great trip. To all of you at PANO, especially our fellows, Michael Coomer and Marilyn Jenkins and Drew Goldstein, you guys are amazing. It was wonderful to be able to spend time with you. And to everybody else in Pennsylvania, if you're watching this, we love you guys. The other big piece of what we've been working on is getting our 990 filed with the IRS. We have had all the extensions we could possibly have. It's due on September 15th, and the date I am recording this is September 4th. All of the information is at the accountants, and we are hoping and keeping every finger crossed that we can go over it as a board at our meeting on Monday, that we'll have it in enough time that people can look at it. And we can, if nothing else, discuss what is it that we would like to know about in the 990, what would we like to use it for, so that we have that discussion. But if nothing else, we will have it in time for the filing, and the board will have it, whether we can talk about it publicly, whether we just wind up talking about it, unfortunately, on the listserv. Maybe we can blog about it, but the board will have it in time to take a look at all of it and approve it before it goes out to the IRS. That's really it for the report for this month. There's been a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but mostly it's just been working on the office, heading out to Pennsylvania, and working on the 990. So we will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.